Hey guys, welcome and or welcome back to my channel. So basically today's video is going to be very short, and it's just going to be a list of 5 things that I wish that I knew before I was pregnant that I am still going through 13 months later, or it just passed maybe like a month or 2 ago. Okay, so this video is for expecting moms or even people who just had a baby who are going through some things in the body, whether internally or externally, and they are unsure if they're the only ones going through it. But let me just say this before you continue to watch. I'm pretty sure you're not alone. Even if we're down in the 1% of people that's going through some of the things that I'm gonna say, you're not alone. Okay, so continue to watch. So number 1, mastitis. I had never heard of mastitis. I honestly don't even know if I am pronouncing it correctly, but I had never heard of it. All of the mommy classes that I went to, it was never mentioned. The first 2 days after you have the baby, you have colostrum. You don't even have milk yet. And I brought Sheila home the second day after she was born, so I'd probably say on day 3 is when I started to get mastitis. So basically, I woke up, my boobs were extremely huge. You could see the veins popping out of my breasts. Any little touch, they're leaking. And on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain was probably a 20. I cried. I woke my mother up like 4 o'clock in the morning, but across the street from my house, we do have a 24-hour pharmacy. So I woke my mother up and I was like, listen, I need you to go across the street and get me a breast pump now. I gotta get this milk out now, because at this point I couldn't find a comfortable way to sleep. I couldn't sleep on my stomach, of course, because the boobs were just too much. I couldn't sleep on my back because my boobs were so heavy that it felt like it was suffocating me. And I couldn't sleep on my side because, you know, one boob is leaning on the other boob, and that causes it to leak. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've woken up out of my sleep because of so much leakage. So, you know, mastitis. My shift at work is predominantly about 6 to 7 hours. My body still has not adjusted even after these months. My daughter is 13 months. My body still has not adjusted. So when I'm away from her for that amount of hours, it still fills up crazy. I'm in pain, just seeing the veins popping through. It's leaking with a little touch. So I'm still experiencing that only on my work nights. However, I learned that if I feed her right before I'm about to leave, like right before I'm about to walk out the door, I'll be okay down to that last hour at work. But if she refuses to feed at least an hour or so before I leave to work, with 3 hours into my shift, I'm fucked. Okay, so yeah, so mastitis. Number 2. This one is short and simple, but call me stupid, call me whatever. I did not know you were pregnant for 10 months. I thought, you know, you're pregnant for 9 months and that's it. No, you're pregnant. Well, a full-term pregnancy is 40 weeks, which is 10 months. I did not know that. I never knew that. Yeah, it was funny because when I found out my due date, me and my daughter's father was a bit confused, because it was like, how is that even possible, you know? And he was just like, he was mad. He was like, how are you pregnant for 10 months and everybody else is pregnant for 9 months? And we had to really go online and do our research to understand that a full-term pregnancy is 40 weeks. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to go to 40 weeks, but full-term pregnancy is 40 weeks, and 40 weeks is equivalent to 10 months. So you are, you know, full-term pregnancy is 10 months, not 9 months. So yeah, that is something that I wish I knew. Number three would have to be uneven breasts. Now, in my very first video that I uploaded, A Day in the Life, you guys should go watch that. I did not wear a bra for majority of the video. And you can see that my breasts are not the same size. I don't know if, like, I feel like there were ways to prevent it, but because I didn't even know that there was a possibility that my boobs could go uneven, I I disregarded, you know, all the tips to prevent it. Now, I knew about the saggy boobs, I knew about the stretch marks on the boobs and stuff like that, but I did not know that they would come out uneven. So basically, my left boob produced way more milk than my right boob. However, they were even in the beginning. It didn't start getting uneven until around 3 to 4 months when work started picking up and I started picking up shifts. So basically, the left boob, when my daughter would suck from the left boob, it would squirt out too fast for her. And at that age, she couldn't handle it. And so when I would get home from work, I'd have to put her on the right boob and pump the left boob. But what I should have done was put her on the right boob and pump the left boob. And when I was done pumping the left boob and it wasn't squirting out for its own, switch her and put her on the left boob and leave the right boob. And I didn't do that. I would let her suck this boob until she didn't want anymore. And I would just pump until it stopped squirting out for itself, and that's it. Now, I should have kept pumping. Plus, also, I would pump a full 5-ounce bottle. I could pump a full 5-ounce bottle with just one breast in less than 10 minutes. So, okay, I would pump the full bottle and that was it. I would just stop. What I should have kept pumping, or switch her, you know? So, yeah, the uneven breast is my fault. I do hope that, you know, it may change. I do hope that it changes because I'm very self-conscious about it. But it's something that I'm still learning to accept and I'm still dealing with. But I am hoping that, you know, once I'm fully done breastfeeding, within a year of, you know, cutting Shayla off from breastfeeding, that it does go back to at least being one size. Like, I don't mind the sagginess, I don't mind the stretch marks. I already knew that was coming. I already prepped myself for that. But the unevenness, I'm not feeling it at all. So yeah. Number four would have to be difficulty peeing. This probably stopped maybe like a month now. Like, I'd probably say around the time that Shayla turned 1, this stopped. So basically, I didn't really know when I had to pee until I had to pee. Like, right this moment, if I don't go to the bathroom right this moment, I'm gonna pee myself. I didn't feel the urge to pee. Like, I would go hours without peeing. I'd drink a lot of water, a lot of liquid, whatever the case may be, and never once hit me like, girl, go try to use the bathroom. And so I realized, like, damn, the only time I could feel that I have to pee or know when I have to pee is when it's to the point where if you don't get your ass to the toilet right now, you're gonna piss yourself, girl. So I'd have to say that I never ever heard anybody ever complain about not knowing when they had to pee, or, you know, almost peeing themselves and things like that. But it's been like this from the beginning, and it's now, you know, getting under control. I do have moments where, like, especially if I'm like completely distracted, I'd feel like my bladder getting, like, my bladder just getting a little heavy, and like I'll laugh and pee will come out, and that's when it's like, okay, you go pee, you know. But overall, like, not knowing until it's right there, that is over. But it did last almost a full year after I had my daughter. So yeah. Number 5, it's called phantom fetal kicks, but I had never heard of it before. I never knew that it existed until after I had my daughter. They told me that I would be having contractions, especially if I'm breastfeeding. I would still be having contractions because my uterus is shrinking back to size. But no one told me about fetal kicks, that I'll still be getting the little flutter of her kicking. And it's not like a hard kick, like I'm 8 months pregnant and she kick. No, it's like in the very beginning when you're like, wow, was that a kick? Or wow, did I just feel that? Wow, did she just move? It's like that, like, you know, like 4 to 5 months pregnant, like randomly, like not every day, randomly it'll just happen, and I'll just feel like a little poop poop in my stomach, a little poop poop in my stomach, you know, just randomly. And I mean, in the beginning, I'm like, I know there ain't another baby in here. But after doing some research, I realized there's so many other women who still get the phantom fetal kicks. But it honestly, it is scary, especially for those of you who are still, like, you know, sexually active with whoever, unprotected, and you feel that kid, you're gonna be like, let me go take a test right now, because there's no way that something is still kicking inside of me. Like, it really scared the hell out of me. But yeah, so that was number 5.